Librong Itim, an anthology of short Philippine horror stories ni Jem Vecino. Narrated by Clifford Gonzalez. Blind. Do you love me? Madalas niyang tanong. Will you die for me? Iyan ang paulit-ulit niyang sinasabi tuwing kami lang ang magkasama. Yes. Iyan naman ang lagi kong sagot. We had known each other since childhood. Magkaibigan ang mga nanay namin at magkasunod kaming ipinanganak. Kaya nga, parang kambal kaming lumaki. Magkadikit at hindi naghihiwalay. Alam kong lahat ng mga sikreto niya at alam din niya ang sa akin. Wala nang mas nakakakilala pa sa kanya kung hindi ako. Walang makakapagmahal sa kanya ng tulad ng pagmamahal ko. Pero hindi kami. Lito, if you really love me, then break up with your girlfriend. Sabi niya. Bakit? Tanong ko. I don't like her. She's such a goody two-shoes and she makes me look bad. Sabi niya. Okay. Sagot ko. I just introduced her to my third girlfriend. But if that's what she wanted, good. She sat on my lap and kissed me, teasing me with her tongue. I kissed her back, and she pulled back. Later, I have a date with Dave, she said, with that lopsided grin that I love so much. I want you to wait for me so we can go home together. Ay nako, Ana. Ano na naman bang paalam mo? Tanong ko sa kanya. That we're watching a movie together. Sagot niya. Sabay tayo at punta sa kanyang dresser. You know, Mom wouldn't let me go out ever since that incident. That incident was when her mom caught her having sex in their bathroom 4 days ago. It was a different guy back then. Her choir mate in church, I believed. Today, it was a guy she met in a class. Nagulat nga ako eh. Pumapasok pa pala siya sa klase. Saan naman yung punta nyo? Tanong kong muli. Where else? She started getting dressed in front of me, putting her expensive undies on. We'd probably get a bite to eat first. She pulled out 2 dresses and showed them to me. Choose. The yellow one. I pointed at the sleeveless sundress with chiffon lining. Well, hindi ka ba mag-aayos sa date natin? About an hour later, nasa mall na kami. I watched as this Dave placed a hand around her waist and pulled her away. Ako naman, heto, nakatayo sa sulok. Hanggang tingin lang, as usual. Tatambay sa arcade, sa kainan, sa bookstore, at maghihintay sa text niya. Ang buhay ng isang dakilang kaibigan. Hindi naman siya dating ganyan. It started in high school. She was everyone's dream girl. My sweet, innocent Ana. Pero may mga taong kaligayahan ang siraan ng lahat ng maganda sa mundo. She was 16. We went to school together. Noong uwian, I, as the class president, was asked to stay behind for some meeting. So it was my fault. I was to blame when a group of men in a black SUV pulled up beside her as she was on her way home. We almost couldn't recognize her when we found her 2 days later in a hospital in Manila. And it was all my fault. After that, she was never the same again. And although she never said it out loud, I knew that she loathed me for what happened 3 years ago. That she will never, ever forgive me. I'm at Holden Inn, room 2112. Come fetch me. Buti hindi masyadong strict sa inn na to. Kumatok ako sa pinto ng room 2112 at nagulat nang bigla akong hatakin ni Ana papasok. Oh, di ka pa bihes? Tanong ko sa kanya. Nasaan yung date mo? Umalis na. Sabi ni Ana. Don't worry, the room's already paid for. Tinulak niya ako sa kama at pumatong sa akin. Hinalikan ako sa labi. She always did this to tease me. Isang guilt trip. Lahat ng ito dahil dumudumi siya dahil sa akin. Magbihis ka na. Baka hinahanap na tayo ng mami mo. Sabi ko habang marahan siyang itinulak. Naalala ko nung araw na nakita namin siya sa ospital. Tulala siya. Pero agad siyang nagwala nang makita ko. Nagsisisigaw siya. Galit na galit. Alam ko noon na hindi niya ako mapapatawad. Kailanman. Will you really do anything for me? She asked a couple days later habang nasa loob ng aking kwarto. Of course, sagot ko. Binigyan niya ako ng blade mula sa kanyang bulsa. Saan galing yan? Tanong ko. I want you to cut yourself, she said with a cold stare. Ginawa ko yan sa harapan niya. Hinabad ko ang pantalon ko at hiniwa ang aking hita. Mahapde. Pero hindi kasing hapde ng sugat sa puso ko. Hindi kasing sakit ng pinagdaanan ni Ana. Napakamasunurin mo talaga, sabi niya matapos kong isulat ang pangalan niya sa binti ko. She kissed me and licked every cut. I gasped. What if I cut this off? Would you still love me? She scraped my hardness with a blade. I would cut it off for you if you really want me to. Tumawa lang si Ana. She stood up and kissed me before leaving. It was a week later when I saw her again. Ayon sa nanay niya, nagbakasyon siya sa tatay niya sa probinsya. Pero alam ko kung saan siya galing na makita ang bagsak niyang katawan. Kailan na yan, Ana? Tanong ko sa kanya. Awang-awa. 7. Kung bibilangan mo yung una. Sabi niya. Kung sakali, 7 beses ka na sanang naging ninong. She laughed bitterly. Pinilit ka na naman ba ni tita? She snorted at my question. Yung rape nga di niya ipinaalam sa iba. Pagbubuntis pa kaya? Sagot niya. Besides, ano naman ang gagawin ko sa kanila? Baka mamaya babae pa yon. Hindi na siya nagsalita. 1 linggo pa at may kadate na siya ulit. Huwag kang mag-alala, sabi niya sa akin nang makita ko silang naghahalikan. After that last pregnancy, pinagligate na ako ni Mommy. Nagulat ako sa sinabi niya. Pero tumawa lang si Ana. Hindi ko na raw kakayanin ng isa pa. Ana, she looked at me coldly and pulled me inside an empty classroom. What are you crying for? She asked. Who wants kids anyway? Lumapit siya sa akin at hinalikan ako. At least ngayon di na ako mabubuntis na parang puta sa kalsada. Wala nang poproblemahin si Mommy. At ikaw, wanna try it out? Nanlaki ang mga mata ko. Lalo nang buksan niya ang pantalon ko at dakutin ang aking ari. Ana! She quickly went down on her knees and mouthed me. I pushed her away and pulled my pants up. What's the matter? She asked, wiping her mouth. Hanggang ngayon ba nandidiri ka pa rin sa akin? What? Nagulat ako sa sinabi niya. No, kailanman hindi ako nandiri sa'yo. Oh, and I guess that's why you would do anything for me but fuck me, right? She hissed. You keep saying you love me, but you won't even touch me the way I want you to. Ana, no. I just can't take all the guilt inside. Guilt? What guilt? You're saying you're too guilty to do anything? Biglang naiyak si Ana. Stop the fucking drama and just admit it, Lito. I saw the look on your face when you saw me that day in the hospital. Why the hell do you think I fucked up this way? Tumakbo siya paalis. Hindi ko na siya nagawang habulin. Walang may alam kung saan siya nagpunta. Hinintay ko siyang bumalik sa akin. Araw-araw, Nagme-message ako sa kanya. Nagbabaka sakaling sasagot din siya. Hanggang makatanggap ako ng text isang gabi. Do you still love me? Yes. I quickly text back. Anna, where are you? Will you still die for me? Yes, yes. Please say where you are. College building. Sagot niya. Nagmamadali akong umalis ng bahay at pumuntang school. Hinanap ko siya sa building nila, sa English department, kung saan siya may major. Pero hindi ko siya makita. Rooftop, sabi ng isang text. Nagmamadali akong tumakbo sa taas, taking the steps 2 at a time. At hinihingal na sinipa ang nakasarang pinto sa roof deck pabukas. Ana! Sigaw ko sa paligid. Walang sumagot, pero may nakita kong silhouette sa may edge ng building. Ana? Tawag ko sa kanya paglapit ko. Ang laki ng piniyat niya simula nung huli ko siyang nakita. Dito. Ngumiti siya, napaubo. Kumusta na? Niyakap ko siya at hinalikan. Hinimas palas ang mga luha sa kanyang mukha. Ana, nainit ka. May sakit ka ba? Sabi ko habang lumuluha na rin. Saan ka ba nagsuot? Alalang-alala na kami ng mami mo sa'yo. Hinalikan niya ako para matahimik. Just this once. Sabi niya. Patunayan mong hindi ka nandidiri sa akin. I kissed her. She slipped her hot tongue inside my mouth as I did. I lifted her blouse, slipped her breast out, and mouthed her nipples. Kitang-kita ang ribs niya sa sobrang payat niya. I felt them as my hands went down on her pants to pull them down. She was already wet. Dito, put it in. She gasped as she fumbled with my belt and pulled my manhood out. I tried to be gentle with her, but she rode me so roughly that I almost didn't last. When we were done, she kissed me once more and stood up in front of me. I guess you really did love me after all. Of course, I do. I replied with tears in my eyes. Ever since bata pa tayo, mahal na kita, Ana. Ngumiti lang siya. At bago ko pa siya mapigilan, tumakbo siya sa edge ng building at tumalon doon. Ana! I quickly jumped after her. Buti na lang at nahablot ko ang kamay niya. Kumapit ako sa manipis na railing na nakaharang sa gilid. Habang si Ana, nakasabit over the edge. Tanging kamay ko lang ang kinakapitan. Do you love me? Tanong niya uli sa akin. Of course! I love you! Sigaw ko pabalik. Ana, hold on with your other hand. Do you really love me, Lito? She asked again. Kinilabutan ako. Tumulo ang luha sa aking muka. Lito? She called me once more. Let go. I let my hand go. And as I watched her tumble down into darkness, I saw her smile. Thank you. Her lips said, thank you. I knew what I saw. She said, thank you. Even after closing my eyes, I knew that she was smiling at me, thanking me for letting go.